Alright, what is up guys? Action Fear Addict 112 here, and we are going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Beyond. Now, we're going to be talking about both versions here, or I should say, quote-unquote, both versions, because essentially, this is the same exact figure, just with a few different accessories and a different head sculpt. Now, when we saw the teaser for these figures from McFarlane himself, we weren't sure what to think of it. But then the news came out that one was going to be a Target exclusive and was going to come in a build-a-figure wave, and the other one was going to be a single release. Now, I went and pre-ordered both of them, and I was lucky enough to pre-order both of them and catch them while they were for pre-order, because the pre-order sold out fast for these. It was like they were up, and then that was it. They were just gone. And I got the Target exclusive one first, and then I got the regular one a couple of days ago. But yeah, it's very strange that there were delays with this Target exclusive one, and there were no delays with this regular release. But I haven't really seen anyone else's reviews on these, because I just didn't really care about watching other people's reviews on this figure. I wanted to experience it like firsthand, messing around with it and seeing how it was, because I'm not gonna lie, I was genuinely, and I know I've been shitting on McFarlane a lot, Hyundai and I have been shitting on him a lot, because sometimes he makes some stupid ass decisions. Okay, let's be honest, he makes some stupid ass decisions from time to time in terms of figure releases, like a fucking gold Hellbat and a gold Red Death. Like, really? Are you out of your mind? Really? Come on, man. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about these figures. So the last McFarlane Toys figure that I got, DC wise, was I found the DC Multiverse John store in the store, and I was very surprised because they had 3 of them. They didn't have the stupid Nightwing Joker, and they didn't have Bizarro, unfortunately. But they had this John Stewart, and I had them on pre-order from Amazon, but I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get them in the store now, and I'm just gonna cancel my pre-order on Amazon. And I got them in hand, and I was very impressed by how well done this figure is, and how well detailed the figure is. So, I was pretty excited when I heard that we were getting a Batman Beyond figure, because the last Batman Beyond figure that we got was the Mattel DC Multiverse one that came in the logo wave. And if you go and check the secondary market, you will find that that figure has become very, very expensive, which is strange because it's only a $20 figure, but somehow goes for quadruple the price that it originally went for. But anyway, we're going to talk about these because I have a lot to say about these releases and why I think it was stupid for them to even release 2 different versions, well, quote unquote 2 different versions of this figure. And show you the paint and sculpt and the usual stuff. Um, but yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this look at the McFarlane Toys Batman Beyond. Okay, so let's talk about the figures that are currently on the hot seat right now, and that is the Target exclusive Batman Beyond and the regular release Batman Beyond. So these are essentially the same exact figures, just different accessories and a different head sculpt, which I don't personally think justifies buying them both. Yes, it's nice to have the booster effects and the extra battering. However, I think it's fucking stupid that McFarlane thought to release two different versions when he could have just released one single version. There's no reason to have to pay $45 to get, the accessories and, that's pretty much it, just the accessories, because the hands that they come with are the same exact hands. And I'm going to talk about that too, because I think that McFarlane is getting lazy when it comes to the alternative hands. But anyway, I'm going to remove myself from the camera here, and we're going to talk about these two. So let me go ahead and let me do that now. So in terms of these two figures, like I said, they are the same exact figure, same exact sculpt, paint, everything, and there's no real difference. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at the Batman Beyond in the armored mask. And now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure this is from the comics, I'm pretty sure this is a comic version of Batman Beyond, if I remember right. I think it's like Earth's End or something like that, where there's like a techno virus or something that's going around. So the head sculpt itself is really fucking nice. Like, it's really nice. And I like it. And this was the main reason why I bought this figure. It's this head sculpt. Look how badass that looks. Like, it's very reminiscent of the head sculpt that we got with the SH Figuarts Injustice Batman, the Insurgency version. He came with an alternative head that had a cowl that looked very similar to this. And I think that looks awesome. Don't you agree? Look how dope that looks. Looks dope, looks very high tech. But then you look at the rest of the body, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? I wish that they had integrated more of what's going on in the head into the body. Because when I look at this head, I think of this being a last resort suit for Batman Beyond. For Terry. If shit is, getting really crazy on the streets, he would pull out a suit like this that would have a lot of armor and, a lot of protection for him, in case he needs to fight thugs or the Joker gang or whoever. But it just looks plain to me. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, this is just kind of meh. You know what I mean? So I wish McFarlane went through and gave him some extra armor detailing and stuff like that. And it's not like he can't do armor detailing. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't believe me, let me go grab a figure that I think will personally prove my point here. Where did I put him? Where did I put him at? Hang on a minute. Put him somewhere. Hang on 1 second. If you don't believe me, here's the best example that I have. So this is what I was expecting. Something like this. You know, obviously not as bulky, but, you know, see how there's the lining and there's armor that's clearly on there. That's what I wanted with this, you know, to match this helmet. So, you know, I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get that, because it kind of feels like, you know, whoever bought both versions were kind of taken for a joyride, and I don't like being financially taken for a joyride.
What? You fuckers! You fuckers! You motherfucker! I will rain hellfire upon you!
You know what I mean? You know, I work hard for my money, and, you know, to kind of get fucked like this is not very pleasant, I should say. Because, I mean, this just feels, I don't know, to me this feels lazy. And, you know, considering that we've gotten shit like this, shit like the Unchained Superman, and, you know, I don't like shit like the Dark Knight's Metal and the Unchained Superman and the Hellbat and all that stupid shit, but I like a good designed suit for Batman. And so, you know, and I'm not a huge Batman fanatic where I have like 50 bajillion Batman figures. I probably have like, what, 4? But if we're counting actual Batman, like Bruce Wayne, I have this, and I have the Sovereign Knight, and that's it. So, and then I have the Movie Masters Dark Knight Batman that Stratton kindly sent me. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know why McFarlane makes these decisions. I just don't. Again, it's a really nicely sculpted figure when it comes to the bat logo and the bat symbol and the utility belt, but that's it. And then the gauntlets are nice, but that's it. There's nothing else going on, and I really wanted something like this. So, you know what I mean? It's just, and it's weird because, again, you know what I mean? If I need to show you again what McFarlane is capable of, let me just go ahead and pull out this figure here. Just one of my favorite figures that he's done so far. Look how beautiful that shit looks. Look at all the lining, look at the detailing, look at the different, like, tubing and stuff like that, or mesh that's sculpted in the suit. Like, I wanted this type of, you know, designing, you know, obviously not Green Lantern, but like, you see how it looks like armor in certain areas, and then you just have this. It's just like, come on, guys. You know, I know you guys are capable of more than just this. So, you know what I mean? Now, you can probably say, well, 112, you know, they did it with the regular version of Batman Beyond. Yeah, it makes sense that it's done with the regular version of Batman Beyond. You know, this is the Terry McGinnis that we're used to. So, they get a pass for this. But if you're doing like an armored Batman Beyond, like, no, this is an excuse. There's no excuse for this shit. Like, come on, guys. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. The head sculpt's nice, but everything else is kind of lacking. Now, this Batman Beyond is fucking nice. Alright? The plainness of this Batman Beyond makes sense. Because if you watch the cartoon, you know that the suit is supposed to be designed like this. It's just supposed to be simplistic. And it's not supposed to look very technical because everything is built into the suit. Like the cape and the wings and the claws and the gauntlets and shit, they're all built into the suit itself. That's how Bruce Wayne designed it. Because, again, this is supposed to take place way, way, way in the future. You know? When Bruce Wayne's like super old. You know, it's like old man Bruce Wayne. And so, you know, he's running around in the suit and, you know, he's having, you know, issues with his heart and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, this is taking so much of a toll on his body that he can't do it anymore. He needs a new protege. And that's when we get introduced to Terry McGinnis. So, you know, it's dope. Now this is really nicely designed. I love the way that the bat symbol is sculpted on here. The utility belt's nice, the red and the silver. Then you have the gauntlets that are in like a glossy black. And the gauntlets have a function that have to do with these wings back here. Then, you know, the shoes are pointy. So the pointy tip shoes, and then the head sculpt. That looks just like Batman Beyond. Like, there's no mistaking that shit. Like, that is on fucking point. And I appreciate them doing that. You know what? That's dope. I appreciate them, you know, going that detail with him. So, you know, and they actually gave him the right build, which I'm happy about. You know, it's an athletic build. It's not like super jacked. It's not super roided up. And it's not super skinny thin. It's like just right. You know, you can tell he's got the six-pack. He's got the athletic build. You can tell he works out. You know, he's fit. And that's what Batman should be. And that's what his protege should be. They should be fit. You know what I mean? So, you know, I like that. And the claws are really nicely done too, because this is the first time I've seen him do claws like this on a normal figure. You know, not counting the Hellbat or any of that stuff. And they look nice. Look really fucking nice. And it has me surprised that he hasn't done a Catwoman yet. So, you know, shit looks nice. Looks nice. So, in terms of the accessories here, between the two versions, you get different things, and I can't get this dude to stand up. Oh god, he will not stand up for me. He'll stand up for me, or everybody won't stand up back here. Make me look like a fucking fool. There we go. So, let me aim this down here, and you can see X8 over there. Mighty Action X is over there talking to Chunners. So in terms of what you get with the Target exclusive version, you just get an extra set of hands and these batterings. And these batterings are nice. You know, they're nicely detailed and sculpted, and they fit in between the fingers on the claw hands really nicely. So I like that. And then this is my issue. Okay. So you have Batman Beyond. Why the fuck does he come with trigger fingers? Like, you're telling me it was so hard to give him fisted hands, but he has fucking trigger fingers. When Terry McGinnis doesn't use guns. Batman doesn't use guns. The only person on the Bat family that uses guns is Jason Todd. So he should be the only person in the Bat family that should come with fucking trigger fingers. Terry McGinnis should not come with trigger fingers. He should come with fists. Is it so hard to give us fists with our Batman figures? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just fucking laziness. And it's not just this, it's the McFarlane Ida came with these hands too, and I'm like, he doesn't even use guns. Why are you giving us trigger fingers? that's fucking stupid. So that's what comes with the Target exclusive version. And then if we look at what comes with the regular release version, you get a whole bunch of different shit. So you also get a stand too, but I don't like using the McFarlane stands. I've seen them in reviews and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't really use those for anything, so I'm not going to use that. So, but he does come with a flight stand, a McFarlane flight stand. So there's that. You do get this really nice battering though, in red, which is cool. I like it. It's different. So I like that. Again, for the love of God, just fucking trigger fingers. Should have been fists. Should have been fists. More fists, McFarlane. My God, just give us fists with our fucking Batman figures. It's like, is it that hard? You can give him claw hands, but you can't give him fists. Come on now. And then you have your boot thruster pieces. And these just plug into the foot pegs. Sorry, my fucking phone died as I was talking. Yeah, you get these booster effect pieces and they plug into the boots, and I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, they're pretty nice, you know. I think this is the first time I've ever really gotten this from a $20 version of Terry McGinnis figure. Because if I'm correct, I don't even think that the Mattel version came with these. So, pretty cool. And that's pretty much it between the two. Now, if you're telling me that this right here sure I find the right set of hands, that this here shouldn't have just came with a regular single release, then you must be smoking crack, because that is, yeah, the stupidest fucking decision that you can make. Because it means, you know, if you do it this way, and then, let me see, because I think this head can be popped off of this body. Yeah. So if you're telling me that this right here shouldn't have been a single release, all of this, then yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. Because to me, yeah, all this shit here should have just came with one figure, and that figure should have been this figure right here. So yeah, I personally think that it's pretty fucking stupid that, yeah, they made two fucking figures for that. So that's dumb. Another issue that I have with this release, and I mean release because this is, like I said, this is the same exact fucking figure, is the wings. You can't take the wings off. Yes, I said it. You can't take the wings off. Now, if you've watched the cartoon or you've seen anything with Terry McGinnis, you know that he doesn't always have the cape out. The cape that turns into the wings, he doesn't always have the wings attached to his back. So, you know, the fact that you can't actually take the fact you can't take the fucking wings off is stupid. Now you'll notice when I showed you my Target exclusive one, he doesn't have the wings on his back. So basically what I did was set him up there. So basically what I did was I essentially heated up the wings to where they were soft enough, and I popped them off, and as you can see, the peg, there was like a nub that circled around it, and I cut that off, so now you can actually interchange the wings. But the fact that you didn't think this shit through, for people that didn't want the wings on the figure the whole time, that's kinda lazy. To me, that's kinda lazy that you guys went this route and, you know, did this. Because that's fucking stupid. That's stupid that you have to, go through all this just to get this look for your Terry McGinnis. Now, I haven't done it with this figure yet. I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet, but whenever I do, it's gonna essentially look like this. So, it's gonna look, like it should. Now, however, you're gonna be left with this big ass hole in the back of his back, but at least you'll have the option to pop the wings on and off like you should have in the first place. But that's that. But in terms of the gauntlets, like I was talking about earlier, the thing that you can do with the gauntlets is, if I flip him around, you'll notice he has these things on the back of his gauntlets. See how they kind of stick out there? They kind of look like, hidden gauntlet, or hidden, bleeds on the gauntlets. Well, when you pop in the wings, you'll notice, pop them in, they'll stay in. So they're in, you can tell that they're in. So if you pose them right, so we can get it to rotate. So you'll notice there's these holes on each side. Well, you basically lift his arm up, plug them in there, and he can actually use this fucking glider, or he can use his wings, essentially. So that's what he looks like. So if you wanted to get him posed with the, here, let me get him posed up here with camera. Grab the booster effect so I can show you what this looks like. So this is what it's going to look like. This is going to be the final result here, is you'll have that look for Batman Beyond, which looks kind of dope, right? You move the camera up and he's just, well, probably be better from this angle, I know my review area isn't that big enough to do this shit right, but you can see, you can just like he's flying, he's soaring, or something like that. So that's that's what I'm trying to show you that you can do. But it's cool that those plug into there. It's just the fact that they thought about that but didn't think of how to take off the fucking cape, or to take the wings off. It's just kind of dumb. You know what I mean? You can see Macho Man chilling back there. I shot his review. I just need to edit it at this point. So. But, I just think that, you know, this could have been handled a lot better. It could have, you know, been thought about a little bit better in terms of, you know, this being just a single release. Because like I said, there's no reason to do 2 separate releases for the same exact character. And the only difference being just the head sculpts. And obviously, you know, the more iconic accessories like the booster flame pieces and the cooler looking batterings come with, you know, 2 separate figures. That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, that's dumb. It should have just been a deluxe figure, or it should have just been included with this release here. That way, you know, we didn't have to go through the bullshit of getting 2 separate figures in order to have all the accessories that really completes the character. That's just fucking stupid, and I think McFarlane personally failed on that end. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much, you know, my look at these 2 figures. I'm not going to go into articulation because they all, yeah, have the same articulation, but if you are curious on how he scales with the Batman figure, here's how he looks with the Mezco Sovereign Knight Batman. I don't have the Supreme Knight. I think when it comes to the point where I'm able to get a Supreme Knight and an Ascended Knight Batman, that's it for me. That's all the Batman figures I need. Just to have the beginning, the middle, and the end, and that's it. I mean, that's really all you need. Is just, you know, the beginning, middle, and end. So, you know, personally, the Supreme Knight would look way better with this Terry McGinnis, you know, considering that he would be existing around the same time Supreme Knight Batman is. So I think it would look a lot cooler, but you know what? It looks pretty cool right now. But yeah, just in case you're curious, if you do have, you know, the Supreme Knight, this is how it's going to scale with, you know, the Terry McGinnis. So anywho, that's pretty much my thoughts on, you know, this whole shabacle of, you know, McFarlane doing his usual, you know, decision making. So anyway, yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for, you know, this review. I do still have this guy that I don't know if I want to sit down and talk about. That's the McFarlane Aizawa. I don't know if anyone wants to see, you know, a discussion on him, but I have him that I wanted to talk about, and I also have the Rebel Tech All Might and the Figment Uraka that I could talk about too. So yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of figures that I want to review. It's just I got to be in the mood to review. That's why I don't really have a lot of reviews up, and that's why I don't really crank them out as much as, you know, everyone else does. So you know how it is. I just gotta be in the mood to do them. So, you know, anyway, yeah, it's gonna pretty much do it for me for this one. So thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, Action Figure Addict 112 out.